Hi guys, this is Gems from Gems and Jewels. I hope that you guys are having a fabulous day. That's the view from my front door. I'm excited to share with you this Chanel mural I'm working on. This is the center part, and I'm going to be making 2 additional parts on the side. If you wonder where I've been, this is what I've been working on for weeks. So I'm kind of at a goofy angle. My light is off because there's a chandelier that hangs in front of this and you can't see the whole thing. So if it looks a little odd, I apologize. I'm about to turn the light on in a second so you can see what that looks like. Anyways, I'm going to start a Chanel series. I decided I'm going to do my whole downstairs in Chanel, so this is part 1. There'll be part 2 of this project, and I hope that you like it. Should you like this project, please like and share. Maybe comment. Thank you so much for watching. Let's get started. One last thing I'm going to ask, if you're new to my channel, please hit the subscribe button for additional DIYs. If you're into Chanel, this is the place to be. Thank you so much. So I took my grandbaby's tree swing and I stuck it on a huge piece of cardboard and I traced 2 circles with it. I cut the parts off each side of the circle, making the Chanel logo, and this is what it looked like. I decided to go with the silver diamond confettis again because I made one of these in my living room and I wanted it to match. I do love the crushed mirrored look, and I contemplated doing that, but as I stated, I wanted it to match, so I just went and used the diamond confettis. Feel free to use what you like. This is just what I made. Now the mirror that you see, I'm about to explain that. So on one of my C's, the box had these indentations here, and the way that I filled them was these 2-inch mirrors. Everything's in the description box. But I took the 2-inch mirrors and I placed them accordingly where they would fit to not overhang on any place. And then the spaces in between that the mirror wouldn't fit, I put the silver diamond confettis around that. And I just hot glued it all up in a straight line. And there's 2 of those, one on the bottom of the C and one on the top of the C. Now this is just me filling in the mirror so you can see what that looks like. I put the C over the other C just to see like where it would begin, where it would end, and I took a pen and I traced part of that so I knew where I would glue the confettis and where I didn't need to for the parts that you would not see. So basically all I did was I marked it so I knew where to put my beads. Once the confettis were on each C, I used 4 boxes for each C, individually glued them. It was a nightmare. No, actually it was fun. Once that was finished, I hot glued an E6000 the C's together. So I took a standard foam board, 2 Menards mirror tiles, and glued them kind of in the middle of it. And then I put the C's over it, and I noticed that you could see on the right hand side just a tad of the foam board, and I didn't like that. So I used a Dollar Tree mirror and I hot glued an E6000 that on the right hand side of my C. So when I put the C's down, you wouldn't see that at all. I hot glued the C's over the mirror and it covered everything. So I'm not going to show you each individual one because it's going to take way too long, but here's the C. Here's what the C looked like once I was done painting it white. And then I stuck mirror mosaic tiles around the edge of the C, the top edge. So then when I was finished with that, I took the 2-inch mirrors and arranged them how I wanted them to be. Obviously, you're going to have to tilt them certain ways. And then I filled the space in with silver diamond confettis. And basically, I took the mirror tiles and I pushed them to the edge of the mirror mosaic part. And then the white part that I had left, I filled those in And anywhere that I had a space on the top of the C, I put in the silver diamond confettis. I also did that on the bottom of the middle C after I stuck one mirror tile in there, and I will show you that. So this is how my letters turned out. I basically just put the mirrors and stuff pretty much on the tops of my letters because I like the contrast with the white and the black, and I wanted to keep some of the white over the black because the black is mostly, you know, the background is huge and that's most of the color, and I just thought a little white would make it pop. So anyways, this is what it looks like. So this is more of an in-depth look at this. This is the top. There's 5 2-inch mirrors on there. And then you see the mosaic tiles. And then there's the silver diamond confettis. And then you've got various 2-inch mirrors, 3 on the top. And then they start on the sides, 2 on the short side of the C. And then, what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 if you count the curvature. And 3 total on the bottom. I did this, if you don't want to sit and watch each individual letter right now, you can just fast forward that, but I did this for your reference. Should you choose the same size that I did and you wanted an exact version. See, here's the middle with the 1 mirror tile and then the diamond confettis on the sides. Excuse my glue, I'm sorry, I still need to clean that. Then we move on to the H. I didn't do any diamond confettis in there because, in the middle there, because there really was no space. But like I said, you can see where the mirror meets the mosaic tile. I just pushed it against that, and then the other side, I glued the silver diamond confettis. It actually turned out pretty sharp for paper mache. I mean, it wasn't super bad quality, but I guess it's a lot lighter than wood too. And since I didn't use a board for this project and I just glued it to the fabric, I used E6000 as well as hot glue. And it actually worked pretty well. I let it sit for 24 hours and it didn't fall off or anything. It's perfectly stable. And I've had it now for a week, so I'm gonna call it good. So this is what the logo looked like once I glued it on top of the mirrors as well as the poster board. So the background that I chose was a black crocodile, faux, fox, however you want to word it. So I took 8 rows of diamond wrap and I glued it around every edge of the fabric. So I used E6000 and hot glue, and I hot glued the letters, and then I took these forks that I had from a previous project. I just broke the forks off, little mini Dollar Tree forks. And then I saved the stems, and then I just made a pattern on the bottom to accentuate the letters and hot glued those on, just straight on the fabric. And I kind of made a little pattern. The first 2 were like touching the tips, and I butted them against each other, as you can see. And then the bottom, I just put them halfway and made little spaces so that it would be unique. So for the top and the bottom border, I wanted to accentuate the white and the black, so I took 19 white and black roses and I just alternated them and hot glued them on the diamond wrap. So because there's no board, this is screwed to the wall. This was my original look, and I didn't like it. I used keychains for the chain part, and it just wasn't big enough and didn't pop for me. So I changed that. But these, as you can see, the screw above the mirror, the C's are screwed on. All the black part is screwed on from top to bottom. And everything's been glued for 24 hours and it's still intact. So then on the bottom and the top, I have the white and the black roses, and I alternated over the diamond wrap all the way across. It's the same on the top as well as the bottom. And then these chains are shower curtain rings. And all I did was simply spray paint them chrome. It's a metallic spray paint. It's in the description box. Kind of gives it a cool little look. And then I'm going to have to do something with that. It needs a couple more pearls, I see. But these are just pearls from the Dollar Tree, 2 boxes I used. And then I just strung them along the shower curtain holders. So for the rings, on the top as well as the bottom, let's see if I can get a close up here. I just put a nail in there and then just strung them. The pearls, I just took them out of the Dollar Tree box and I strung them with dental floss and then just tied them at each end. And the same goes with the very top. I just put nails up there and then hung the shower curtain hooks or rings from each one of them. And the reason I use that is because it gave me the large chains that I was looking for. I hope that explains how I put this piece together, but because of the magnitude of how large this project is, it would have been an extremely long video had I showed every single thing that I did while I was doing it. I hope you guys enjoyed this project. As I said, this is part 1, and I'm going to make things on the side. So if you have extremely high ceilings like I do, this is perfect. You could go with a different logo should you not like the Chanel logo, or if you enjoy a different designer or something of that nature. This is just an example. Anyways, like I said, I will be working on a Chanel series. I'm going to try to do my downstairs in Chanel, so I'll have a lot of various Chanel projects. I hope that doesn't bore any of you, and I hope none of you leave me due to that, because I will be working on other designers as well. I'm just going to do Chanel for a little bit. You guys have a great day. I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you so much for watching. And again, please subscribe if you're not already subscribed. I love you guys. Bye.